This week's spelling includes a homophone. Do you know what that is? Splitting up the word homophone, you'll see that homo means the same and phone means sound. So a homophone is the same sound, where words are spelled differently, but they sound the same. There are 3 different ways that you can spell there or there, and they all have a different meaning. What do you notice when comparing the 3 spellings? You may have noticed that they all begin with the and that only the endings change. There with an RE is an adverb because it describes the verb went. For example, the ball went over there. There spelt with an IR means it belongs to someone. For example, it was their ball. And finally, there. This sounds a little bit different to the other 2, and it means they are, but the lazy sloth leaves out the A and uses an apostrophe instead. For example, they're also going to be playing with the ball. Use the letters in the words to remind you of the meaning. For example, the R looks like an arrow for a place, the I is a person for belonging, and the apostrophe means a missing A. Now that you know the different spelling and meanings of these words, keep an eye out to see which one is in this week's spelling. The spelling words for this week are there, little, one, put, when, time. Last week we learned a number of things about these words. Keep these in mind when you're spelling them. We learned that many of the words have parts that are silent and we don't say, and that there are parts which break the phonics rules, which may make them trickier to spell. Finally, did you spot the homophone that we've just learned about? Spelling gets easier when you know the meaning of all the words. Can you remember the meaning for all these words? If not, ask an adult for help, or why not use a dictionary? To find out how to use a dictionary, watch this video. The link is in the description. Now that you know all of this, which of the words might you still find tricky to spell? Challenge time. Let's see who can write these the fastest accurately. And then we'll try and beat that person. Here's a tip. If you say the word as you write it, you will get quicker each time. Could you make a sentence using some of these words? Let's have some fun and write this week's spelling words backwards. Pause here. Did you notice anything once you'd written them backwards? I noticed that some of them are quite funny to say backwards, like Eno, tup, or emit. Try playing Bring the Fin Closer. Pause here. How did you do? Have a go playing Rub Out the Fuse. Pause here. How did you do? Or play Hangman. Either you can use the link to create your own online version or play on a piece of paper. Pause here. How did you do? Why not practice your spelling by writing them in fun and different ways, like using whiteboard pens to write them on windows or a whiteboard? Or use your finger to write them in the air or in a tub filled with sand or flour. Or how about writing them outside with chalk or a paintbrush and water? You could also make up your spelling words using magnetic letters. One final idea is to use toys, like writing them on a glow board. Which one will you choose? Here are some other fun ways to practice spelling. Why not try a different one each day? If you're interested in any of these resources, they're available on the PayHip store. Please click like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.